Hey guys, this is Dr. Ginger here to share with you and actually ask you a question. What is your PM 2.5? Have you ever been asked that before? Is it a little too personal? Well, let's find out what it is. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to talk a little bit about your PM 2.5. All right, before we get into exactly what that is, let's talk about this for a minute. Your indoor air environment. If you think about what's going on in your home, in your space, in your workspace even, think about the plugins, the aerosol sprays, the scented candles, even the cleaners and bug sprays. How about the perfumes you might be wearing or the people around you and the colognes? All of those are chemicals. Then we have the off-gassing of carpets, furniture, computers. Yes, they do off-gas chemicals, paint, plywood, an old house. Maybe you live in an old house, or maybe you work in an old home that's been kind of refurbished as an office. All of these things are putting off chemicals in the air, unfortunately, including mold, bacteria, and something we're really aware of these days, viruses. All of these things in your air that you're breathing in constantly can literally make you sick with health challenges you don't even make a connection with. And we're going to talk about that. But did you know these chemicals can also make you fat? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, they can make you fat. Why is that? Because those chemicals that your body doesn't readily eliminate, your body wants to get away from your vital organs, and it will literally store it in your fat cells. So an indoor air environment that's toxic can make you fat and can make you sick. Let's break down what is your 2.5, your PM 2.5. So PM stands for particulate matter. Your PM 2.5 is particulate matter less than the size of 2.5 microns. So that's about 3% the size of a hair, getting down to the size of a virus, which we're all looking at these days. So it's super, super small. These are dangerous. They go directly to the lungs and the bloodstream. And it's even recognized and monitored by the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. The American Heart Association talks about this. And even there are studies in the Journal of the American Medical Association. These can cause serious health conditions. I don't know if you can see clearly the chart that I have here, but over on the right, there are some ratings on what is your PM 2.5, where you can literally look at levels and see what the health challenges can be. But in general, did you know that these tiny, tiny particles can literally cause arterial plaque and hardening of the arteries? Yes, I know that's one that most people aren't aware of. We're aware of the asthma attacks and the bronchitis. That makes sense with the lungs, right? But the cardiovascular system is significantly impacted by the PM 2.5, those tiny fine particles that linger in the air. It can lead to heart attacks and strokes. It contributes to birth defects and decreases life expectancy. So this is something, it's kind of lurking. It's a deadly unseen predator surrounding you, lurking in your air that we've got to get rid of because of the world we live in today. There's a lot of chemicals around that we're unaware of. So we have to eliminate those that we become aware of. And this is definitely one of those. So how can we do that? Well, we have this incredible Puritii multi-effect air purifier. It looks like an R2D2, doesn't it? It's super cool. It literally covers 360 degrees of purification and filters the area the size of a tennis court. Who does that with just one filter? Well, Puritii does that. It's an H13 HEPA multi-stage filter with zeolite and activated charcoal. There are 6 speeds, including a sleep mode, a negative ion mode, which is, if you've ever been to a waterfall before and you feel that air around the waterfall, that's negative ions. We've got a mode for that. And it's actually very healthy for you. We have a timer and a child lock, so your kids can't get in there and poke the display. But there's something really cool about this as well, in that it has AI. Artificial intelligence, but this is a good artificial intelligence. This has a smart technology that innately senses air impurities and automatically removes them. So if you're cooking, say you have one of these on your kitchen level and you're cooking and you burn something, it will sense the PMs, the particulate matter in the air, the increase of them, and automatically turn up the volume on the speed with the filtration to remove those. And then when it senses it gets down into the good healthy range of PMs, it will stop and go down to the normal speed. So it's pretty cool. The most advanced smart purification technology available. It will remove 99.99% of microbes, bacteria, mold, viruses. We're all looking looking at these things today. It removes carbon monoxide odors. Odors, that's huge, right? Pollen, allergens. If you have someone in your house that has allergies, this can make a huge difference. Smoke and soot. If you have a fireplace, right? Pets, pet dander, dust, fungi, emerging contaminants, chemicals you're not even aware of that are in your environment from perhaps the off-gassing. It removes more than 99.99% of that ultrafine PM 2.5 micrometers down to 0.03 microns, which is the size of a virus. Now, we're all looking at keeping our environment clean and safe and healthy. And this is a great way to do it because it gets down so super small. It removes those harmful VOCs. Have you heard that term before? Volatile organic compounds. And what that is the off-gassing, the gases that you can't see from the furniture and the paints and the plywoods and the computers and the chemical solvents and the other things you might have in your home that you're spraying, even hairspray, right? That's got VOCs in it. So we want to eliminate those things from your home if they're things you can't get rid of, like by throwing away. But it has a really cool built-in display panel that literally shows you your PMs. So I know what my PM 2.5 is. Do you know what yours is? Well, you can know what yours is because of the display. It will show you the total VOCs, the TVOCs. It'll show you that as well as the room temperature and humidity. It is just a super advanced Puritii Air filtration system. So think about that. You can put one in your home, in your family room. Maybe you have a fireplace or maybe you have pets. And again, it will get up to the size of a tennis court. So that entire level. A bedroom for someone with allergies, huge difference, huge difference. We have a barn. We have one in our barn. Makes a big difference with all the critters and different things that are floating through there. At least we know we're getting a lot of that out of there. Your office, whether that's a home office or whether you are at an office to help keep your staff healthy and safe. Gym, not only does it get rid of all the things we've mentioned, but it also significantly improves the odors. So we want to get them in your gym. Doctor's offices, or really any business with a waiting room. So if you like what you hear, get back to the person who showed you this video to get your Puritii and find out how you can get $750 off today. At Puritti Air, we care.